gentlemen, part 12 of the Amazon restoration build series. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope you guys are all doing well. I am still holding on with this restoration, but we got through that. In the previous video you saw me painting the trunk of the car, which actually turned out pretty decent. It is a epoxy primer slash filler, so it's a filler too. And I found out why it didn't work like I expected to, because my spray gun is normally pretty decent for primer with its 1.4mm nozzle, because I used Vertan epoxy primer. That one is in the trunk, that's the gray one, and that one is very thin, so it's just a primer, not a filler. For a filler you need at least a 1.8mm nozzle, so I have ordered a spray gun from Belgium because that was 60 bucks, and in the Netherlands I could only find them for 300 to 600 euros. So that one is coming in, but that also means I cannot prime anything today. Over here we have the right front fender, which I have already sanded inside, as you can see, and outside. But this one needs a little bit more work, and then this one will be laying here for at least a week, because it will take around 4 to 5 days or something for the spray gun to get here. So I can't prime that, I cannot prime this, nor that, because I have no proper spray gun. So I will be working on this fender first. I want to get this thing done. There are some problems, because as you can see over here, there is a huge gap between this piece and on the whole length it is like that, because that fender piece, that welded in bar you see over there, this one, was going in not like I wanted. So I think after all I ended up by lowering it a bit lower than it should be, because over here you can see this line and the fender, and on that one it is way lower. It is like a centimeter lower or something, half a centimeter. But yeah, that is not a problem. I can shim it out, and that will be fine when everything is painted. But I really want this front gap over there to be closed off, so you don't see that when the hood is open in a car show or something. And on top of that, there's a hole over there. So guys, brand new day. We are going to continue to work on the Amazon with some more sanding, and we have no Robin here, but we have my girl here. So Pascal's going to help me today. My head is already dirty again. There was just a guy who picked up the old fenders of the Amazon, and pretty fun. He was a viewer of the channel, but yeah, we have some more room. 4 fenders are gone. Today I want to make sure this fender is completely sanded and ready for primer, so when the new spray gun comes in I can immediately prime it. And Pascal is just going to focus on sanding the rest of the hood, so that's also ready for primer. And when the hood is ready and the fender is ready, tomorrow I will finish up the front piece and then the nose of the Amazon. So the hood, front pieces and 2 fenders will all be done and ready for primer. Hopefully. Let's go. So there we have it, boys. Thanks to my girl, the hood of the Amazon is just perfectly sanded. Over here we have it. She sanded this thing yesterday in 80 grit sandpaper, all down to bare metal. Robin did the first part in the last video and she finished it. It looks amazing. I went over it with 120 and 240, so most of the deep scratches are out of here. The bad thing is I used my air grinder to get rid of most of the stone chips which were rusting, and you can see almost every single scuff mark I made. But you gotta think about this in another way. I rather have to fill the scuff marks than have rust under the paint. So this hood is now done. I'm gonna throw that back on the car. I will sand the inner piece of the hood later on. I just want the outside to be perfectly fine right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this back on the car and I will take the other fender and throw that onto the 240 on the workbench. And then we can finally start smacking these dents out over here. I think you guys can see those. Not very nice. When those dents are out, we can then focus on sanding the outside and the inside of this fender and also this inner piece over here. And when that is all done, we can finally cross off some stuff on this list. So guys, I was removing some dents over here, which you saw, and then I just cut the video down because I found some beautiful holes over here. So yeah, I'm not very happy, but you can't be happy every single day when working on old cars. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw a line over there, I'm gonna draw a line over there, all the way down to I think here to remove the dent, and then I'm gonna cut that piece out and weld in a new piece. So I'm not gonna hassle with very much filming. So I'm just gonna put the camera down on the stand and roll the time lapse because I think you guys like that. And in that way I can make some progress today actually. So the car's over there. The hood looks crazy nice on there. You can actually see how much the fender and the hood are alike right now. So this is all just surface prepped for primer. Really happy with our end result, and I hope the final end result of the primer and the paint will also be worth it. So yeah, let's go welding. So guys, over there we have the fender and over here we have the front piece. These edges are standing sideways right now, but they were standing up on this side too, and that was giving me a bit of a problem with fitting the fender on there. So I actually bended those down because of these pictures which I found online. And then I came to another conclusion, which is when the fender is on the car like this, the problem I had was that this side of the fender was just not lining up very nicely. I do have to say I made a mistake while I cut myself on the sharp corner for the 10,000th time. Over there it seats decent, but there is a line between the fender and the body of the car from around 2 to 3 millimeters or maybe more, but that was not the whole problem. The problem we had was this piece I made in actually is seating in there a bit too low for my liking. So the problem with that is on the back it connected properly, on the front not. So how did I get it like that? Because now it fits pretty decent. Well, I made a cut over here. You can see the weld. I made a cut over there and I just clamped this piece down. So I actually made a cut on the side and on the inside, which actually made this piece just turn in. And by turning that piece in, the whole front section of the fender mounting edge, this piece, could just bend down. And that resulted in a very nice gap. So over here is a new piece. Where? Yeah, exactly. Great job. Over here is a weld. Where? Yeah, you can see it a tiny bit. And I also cut a bit more off of there because there is a new weld over there and that was just not seating nicely. When this is turned down, these should line up. This one, and I will trim that down to make it look more factory, and also on this side. So I will be mounting that fender on here very soon too. The thing I need to do now is fix that hole, and then this fender is about done with welding. So guys, finally it's time to degrease everything and then start painting. Yeah, I've hung up the fenders and the hood. So over here we have the hood, over there we have both fenders weighted down by 2 starter motors and hanging up on the very sketchy beam, which if it breaks will pull down my complete lighting and probably electrocute me. So don't try this at home. But yeah, I have already used some silicone stuff to get all the silicone off the metal, and I'm now gonna wait 2 seconds for that stuff to dry out, and then I am gonna use some paint thinner to degrease everything here and just get everything prepped. Then as last I will use, well, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Right now I am gonna take my crane over here, my faucet, or how you want to call it, I don't know. I'm very tired, guys. I'm gonna use that to make the floor bed all the way off the floor, and then when it's all wet we can finally start painting. Let's go. I'm gonna put you guys up there because I don't want paint on my camera. So guys, this is my other camera. I'm just totally done with this project right now. I think every one of you will experience this once. This paint job was just a hell. Everything in my shop is white, everything. I tried to mask it, as you can see. Tried to mask some of it, but this is just terrible. Water drops. Look at this. Beautiful runs. Fuck, you know. I mean, really. This one went well, the first one. But look at this. Just what? I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm done. I will see you guys. So guys, I just walked into the shop. Of course, I wouldn't end the video there. I am here. Yeah, let's take a quick rundown on what has happened. Over here we have fender 1, fender 2, and over there we have the hood. Sadly, my shop floor is also white, and every single little thing here, look at this. It's all just overspray. And that's all because this little knob was turned all the way open. A stupid mistake, but there was liters and liters coming out of the thing. So that's why we have all kinds of runs over here, which are actually all drying up still. Still not dry, but which is very bad, of course. This one is a little bit better, only one over there. And that one looks to be almost dry. And then we have the hood. And the hood has over here all kinds of weird dots. And I think it's from a very stupid reason. And that reason is that I was sweating like crazy because it was 28 degrees Celsius outside. And there was sweat dripping from my hair. So I think it's just sweat that dripped down onto the fresh paint. So I will scratch it down with a knife and I will sand it up very slightly, and then we can prime it again, and then we have primed fenders, a hood, and hopefully today in the next video a primed front piece. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and just a reminder, sometimes projects don't go how you planned it, even if you prepare as much as I did to do it right. You can't do anything about it, just keep on working, and I will see you guys next time. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and bye bye.